So a couple of days ago, TikTok announced that they were rolling out a new feature that would allow people to limit their screen time on the app. And specifically, it's going to automatically limit the screen time of any minors on the app to 1 hour a day, and that's most likely what you've been seeing in most of these headlines. But it is worth noting that they are rolling out several other features with this as well. You can customize your daily screen time limit, and you also now get a new screen time dashboard, which is similar to the one you already have if you're on an Android device and probably iOS devices as well. Basically, this just tells you how much time you're spending in the app. You can also add a specific time for TikTok notifications to be automatically muted, something like after 9 p.m. until 7 a.m. the next day. That way you're not getting TikTok notifications while you're trying to go to sleep and you're tempted to get on the app again. Now, according to Cormac Keenan, who is the head of trust and safety at TikTok, the reason for these rollouts is, quote, "We believe digital experiences should bring joy and play a positive role in how people express themselves, discover new ideas, and connect." And while I do believe that TikTok wants to bring positive digital experiences to all of its users, it's also very important to note that basically all research ever has shown that consistent social media use is very bad for mental health, specifically the mental health of younger people. These changes are coming amid depression rate spikes, which are out of control as social media consumption rises in young people. Now, any good statistician will tell you that correlation does not equal causation, and that is also true in this case. However, when you see social media use rise, and along with it you see depression rates rise, specifically again in young people, and in addition to that you see a lot of research coming out suggesting that social media is very bad for your mental health, it's hard not to draw the conclusion between the two. And it's even easier to draw these connections when you have companies like Meta that are trying to bury this research. And if Meta does not want you to see the effect of social media on young people, then it's pretty safe to assume that it's probably very bad. And they know it's very bad, and that's why they're taking such extensive steps to keep this under wraps. Now, if I had to take a guess as to TikTok's motivations, I would say they're doing the right thing, but for the wrong reasons. You could look at their decisions and say, oh, but aren't they limiting the amount of ads that will be shown to people since they're limiting their screen time? And the answer is yes, they'll probably take a revenue hit off of this, but I would bet it's not as big of a hit as you might expect. While some parents might jump on this opportunity in order to limit the screen time of their children, I can't imagine most parents will do this. In addition to that, it's very easy to get around this 60-minute allotment. You can create multiple TikTok accounts, or you can just enter the passcode that lets you go over 60 minutes. That's all it takes. It's very akin to software like NetNanny or Covenant Eyes, which is designed to keep you from looking up anything explicit online. However, anyone who's ever grown up with their parents using those will tell you that it takes very little to get around these. You only need an ounce of creativity, and the software is essentially useless. I don't know a single person who's tried to get around one of these programs and been unable to. And more than likely, this is all just posturing for TikTok for one very important reason. TikTok might get banned. And not only might it get banned, it's looking like it's more and more likely to actually happen. So TikTok is in a very big time crunch to try and make itself more popular and more appealing in one of its largest markets. So maybe they'll lose revenue by limiting the screen time of anyone under 18 to 60 minutes, but it's not nearly as much revenue as they would lose if they become banned in America entirely and cannot make any revenue off of anybody there. And to those of you that are skeptical that a TikTok ban might go through, not only does it have bipartisan support because Trump attempted to do it and now Congress is looking very likely to try and get legislation about it off the ground, but you have to consider the amount of lobbying that's going into this, both by Meta and by Google. If TikTok is banned, then that's a huge boost to Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, so they are very motivated to try and paint this app in a bad light and have people get rid of it. Additionally, no one who works in the US government is allowed to have it on their work devices anymore, and government contractors are next, and they have 90 days to remove it from their contractor devices. Also, if you like short, no clickbait finance news and updates, I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel. I post 2 or 3 times a week. See, TikTok is running out of time to make itself popular with the people that hold decision-making powers in the United States. Legislators don't like it because it collects a huge amount of data that could be accessed by the Chinese government party at pretty much any time. A lot of parents and administrators don't like it either because of the rise of viral challenges like the Kia challenge or the Devious Licks challenge, where you would try and steal as much stuff from your school as you could. And a lot of research experts don't like it because it leads to the inevitable quality of life issues that all social media leads to, including spikes in depression and anxiety and suicidal ideation. Now, I know a lot of people that like TikTok and use it daily, as I am one of them, but I don't know a lot of people that actually support TikTok or people that would be willing to speak out against a ban should that become more of a possibility. The people that really love TikTok are the teenagers or the very young adults, and those are specifically the people that do not have decision-making power in the United States. When most of the people that use it don't have the power to make the decision as to whether or not it sticks around, and most of the people that dislike it are the ones that have that power to decide whether or not it stays, then you have a very big issue with your TikTok. So that's when you start implementing things like this screen time limit very quickly in order to try and make yourself more likable to the people that have the power to get rid of you entirely. These features are essentially a desperate Hail Mary to try and not get banned in the United States. But if I had to make an educated guess, I don't think these new features will sway the people who want TikTok banned. But if you disagree with that, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, and I hope to catch you next video.